What's up guys, it's been a while since my previous update. So as some of you may know that Xinyao and I has been on an overseas trip to UK during the last Christmas. And actually most of the footages here was shot by Xinyao. And we decided to produce 2 videos for each person. So if you are interested for her video, I will put her link of the video in the comment section once she finish editing. Let's go. The flight from Singapore to London is about 13 hours, and actually it's my first time to take such a long haul flight. I think that's kind of the most boring part of the trip to me. Yeah, because I like to move around and the only thing I do is eat. Yes. Actually the VTL only applies to entering Singapore. So actually if you go to London from Singapore, you don't really apply the VTL route. But from London to Singapore, you have to book for VTL flight. So actually every day there are 3 flights I think from London to Singapore, but there's only 1 VTL flight, and it's more expensive because you don't have to serve the stay home notice if you are on a VTL flight. But if you go from Singapore to London, you don't have to book a VTL flight. You can take any flight that's from Singapore to London. So when we arrive in London, the first thing we do is to take a PCR test. Actually, you have to serve self-isolation before the PCR test result is out. So halfway we got hungry and start to eat the bread. And the pigeon there are really well fed. Yeah, another thing is they're underground, which is the MRT in Singapore. Because it's very old, the station is very old, so sometimes you don't really have signal in the station. According to the local people, most of them, if they want to go somewhere they never been to, they will screenshot the Google map on which station to get on the train and get off before they enter the station.
全靠感觉. We have just arrived at the train station near our Airbnb.
Yeah, we didn't even know it's
and we didn't even know it's the station because they never.
No.
And we had to ask one of the strangers sitting.
No, we didn't know it's the stop. Then we saw someone
we saw people walk past from across the platform. Then we asked the guy sitting opposite us, and he asked his family, I guess. Then they say it's Clapham Junction. Hello.
Yeah, so this is our room
For tonight and
until 27.
yeah, so our first few days in London.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. So cute.
In UK, the self-isolation is not as strict as in Singapore, because when I asked the staff who do the PCR test for us, he mentioned that we still can go out and buy food, but we don't go somewhere that's very crowded.
So what do you get for lunch?
So we just got car park takeaway.
Do you want to put your hand there for scale? Large size what?
I dare to ask them, is it enough for me?
Then they said
It's definitely enough. Cheap吗？多 cheap 吗
？4块钱给这样多哎。4块新币。它没有收嘛，干吃啊。
哎，快different，你看。And this is your wrap. This is mine.
Wow. How big is that? Like
In my palm size. And all the meat.
Itadakimasu. It's a medium-sized chicken. What? Chicken doner. Yeah. Wow.
I'm quite feeling.
Yeah, actually, quite heavy. Like I can feel it in my hand. Like they really stuff it with lots of filling. Okay.
That's it.
So here are some drone shots in the neighborhood as I test out the drone. On the day we arrived, the temperature in London is quite okay, it's about 14 degrees, so I'm a bit overdressed in terms of thermal protection. Yeah, so we went to Uniqlo to buy a jacket for me.
Where are we going?
I'm going to buy some clothes for me.
Because my stomach is really built in a Chinese way, so we walked past by a lot of the cafe, but in the end we still choose McDonald's. McDonald's is Western, but I kind of used to it. Yeah.
Oh.
So, I ordered one McPlant burger that I think Singapore doesn't have. They say
Have,
it's
but I
like,
didn't just call differently.
is it?
I don't know.
Have meh? But it's like
Fake meat.
fake meat and fake cheese.
Cheese.
And you
And
can
the
see
standard fish or fillets.
In the restaurant, there's no such thing as social distancing. Yeah. Oh, if any of you going UK, I strongly recommend you get a Pret account, because they have this promotion is that when you sign up, you get a free 1 month subscription. So if you go there less than 1 month, basically you pay for nothing, and every day you get 5 drinks from the Pret. So basically all the coffee we got in UK is free. Yeah.
Hello, so we are walking to the park that just now we passed by on the bus. We thought that looks quite cute. Maybe you can see some doggos. And yeah. Mama, hello. Hello. Where are you going, buddy?
Are you a professor?
McGonagall. Are you Professor McGonagall?
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Don't get COVID.
It's the day of the Christmas Eve, so a lot of the restaurants they are closed. So we decided to buy 2 pizzas from Tesco, and we try to use the oven for the first time. Yeah, I cannot picture myself cooking. For 10 years I've come to Singapore, or more than 10 years. I never learned how to cook. On the second day in UK, I started cooking already.
这怎么关呢？
小心小心。
超大，so I think half.
Oh no. Okay, let's eat.
You see the pizza crust is 炒大 at the side. Yeah, but not bad. It's still edible on the other side.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, today is the day of Christmas. I look on the street and nobody like that.
Like Chinese New Year.
And we are going to the downtown London, Regent Street, to take some sneak photos. Okay, sure. Let's go.
All the shops are closed. and we are heading to the Hyde Park because all the streets with shops are probably still not open yet, if they are even gonna open today. So we just see some nature nature stuff. Okay, so guys, we are at the bus stop near our neighborhood, but then we just realized that today is a Christmas, so like all the public transport is on holiday as well. So by right we are supposed to take a train or some bus to downtown, but now all the public transport is not open, so we may have to either walk 1 hour, or we take taxi. So Zefeng is trying to figure out whether this taxi app can accept credit card, like online payment other than cash, because we only have £20 with us.
So we're at the Hyde Park. The weather in UK really depressing. Look at that.
Yes, yeah, no blue sky.
This is what, 10 AM in the morning.
Fun fact, all the swans in UK are owned by the Queen. And you see people like swimming in the winter. And xinyao has this obsession with horse. She was really amazed to see horse on the street. Even on the Regent Street, which is like the most popular street in London, all the shops are closed on the day of Christmas. Yeah, and Xinyao's friend Xiaotong, she was her secondary school friend, is currently studying in UK and met us on the day of Christmas. Hello.
Hello. We are at
I don't know what this bridge is called.
London Bridge.
No, London Bridge is that insignificant bridge is the London Bridge. Oh, okay, so we're at London Bridge. That's the Tower Bridge. Yeah, let's go there. I think in UK the weather is really always very cloudy and windy. So if you're a photographer, you go to UK, you definitely need to put a lot of work on the post-processing. But the touristy destination like the Tower Bridge is not the London Bridge. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of people there. And we went to the famous Borough Market that's been there for 1,000 years. But on the day of Christmas, it's closed.
So 你有来过这里吗？
我没来过，我没看过。
Where do you go if you want to eat the food on the day of Christmas?
伦敦华什么？华什么？华府？这整条街都是吗？只转进去之后。
So we went to a steakhouse that's somehow open. They don't overcharge you. But that's the day we got really worried because everybody is like the social distancing wasn't really there, and we were a bit afraid because if we get COVID, then we may miss our VTL flight back to Singapore, and Singapore has suspended the VTL flight booking until 20th Jan. we may get stuck in UK for a long time.
Hello. Now we're at Regent Street. Suddenly, in the morning we were here, but nobody was here. But now it's like so crowded.
No, I won't be your friend. No, I won't be your friend. Just say no, 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 no. One time, say. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. Looking for something down to do. I whispered underneath my breath, you, darling, you look perfect tonight.
Wow, ART.
So we consistently to do ART tests ourselves to make sure that we didn't contract COVID. Yeah, like once a while, maybe every 3 days. So on this day, we went to Oxford, which is the second oldest university in United States of Kingdom. United Kingdom. Sorry. As you can see, Oxford is really a old town. It was built in 16th century. So in the Oxford town, there's a clock tower. I think that's the highest building in the whole Oxford town. It's about 8 stories high, and we pay £5 to climb the stairs to the top and to have a view of the Oxford. And the staircase is so narrow. Oh my god, I don't have claustrophobia and a fear of height, but when these two things combine, I was a bit worried.
Hello, so we just alighted from that bus behind the Oxford Tube. Now we are just outside of Hyde Park and we booked a ticket into the Winter Wonderland just on our way back from Oxford.
He suddenly come to realization that how UK has 200,000 daily cases of COVID-19 a day. I think COVID does not exist in the Christmas Wonderland. Like people are just eating and walking around like nothing happened. Yeah, then halfway I tell xinyao, hey, let's leave this place. It's not really worth it. Yeah, maybe next time when the COVID is gone.
Ooh, fish and chips. Last night in this Airbnb.